moving forward here, ultimately we're kind of trying things a little bit differently here with our stream today. We're going to, excuse me, we're going to try and test out Twitch, kind of see how that works, with the thought process that maybe we're going to also upload this to YouTube, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see how all this works. So quick recap here, this is kind of what we're calling an expansion franchise, and what that means is that we kind of treated this as an expansion team. This Flyers team, the Salt Lake City Flyers, are an expansion team. I kind of did all this stuff using tubaSimulator's instructions on Operation Sports, kind of following through with all of his instructions to get rid of a team basically, and then rebuild up that team with an expansion draft even though obviously this doesn't happen in the game. It's kind of something you do on your own, but ultimately that's kind of how things went, and things I ultimately became the Salt Lake City Flyers. I did get rid of the Los Angeles Chargers, and the thought process there to me, and or at least the story to me, was that there just wasn't enough room for two teams in Los Angeles. So ultimately we got rid of the Los Angeles Chargers, and in their place we have the Salt Lake City Flyers. As we kind of move forward here, week one, I did do a stream on week one. I'm having some issues with that video and difficulties. I really wanted to get that up in order for some people to see it on Twitch. It is up on YouTube, but there is some issues there. I keep trying to change a few things and nothing's really quite working, but now ultimately I'm trying to kind of move forward from it. It's been a frustrating deal, and so ultimately I did upload and or stream, if you will, week two against the Seahawks, in which the Flyers ultimately lost that game. Week one, they did actually win that game on a last-second field goal against the Raiders. After a come from behind when they were down 20-6, they did come back and win that game. Now we move here into week three, going against the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to take care of a few things here. We might as well go ahead and look at anybody that is looking to re-sign at this point. John Greco here. There's going to be a lot of re-signings if we decide to do it. John Greco here is 33 years old. I'm not sure if at this point it makes sense to re-sign him. I think that I might just let that kind of just ride out for the season and finish that off at the end by just probably declining to re-sign him. We do kind of have a couple of nice guards that I did get in the first draft for the Flyers, so I think I might end up letting John Greco go. As we look at the next one here that is available is this Cordell Patterson. He's a speedy wide receiver, and that's what we want for the Flyers. I'm kind of taking this name for real, this Flyers name. I want speedy guys, I want fast guys, and Cordell kind of fits that mold. So I think we will try to re-sign him a little bit here, but let's think about dropping this down here a little bit and see if he'll re-sign. He is 27 years old, so I don't really want to sign him for more than 3 years because he's going to start to decline. Speed might start to decline, so we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on that. We'll make this offer here. As you can see there, he likes the contract length, but the rest needs some work, obviously, so we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens there. Nobody else at this point is ready to negotiate. We are going to have to think about Kendrick West, Alan Bailey, Ray Armstrong. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of these players are on one-year contracts that I got ultimately in that expansion draft. So we're going to have to make some decisions later on as it relates to those guys. We're also going to go ahead and start to scout here. We need everything. There's not any one position that I'm really happy about. So I think that we're going to take a look at everything here. Let's go ahead and scout this mobile quarterback, which really would fit our scheme for sure, as we are kind of a, speed offense, spread offense slash I am trying to mix in a little bit of spread option. So, this Thomas Wood looks to be okay until that can't speak. That throw accuracy at C plus there. I'm not really in looking for kind of a pocket passer, so I might kind of skip these guys. Let's maybe look down here at the 5th round. B throw power. C plus accuracy. I think I'm going to stop there. Let's look at this guy, mobile quarterback, B throw power as well. C plus mid accuracy. Mobile quarterback here again with B throw power, B throw accuracy short, C plus throw accuracy mid. Usually as I'm kind of scouting here, I like to, after anybody gets a B minus, I usually kind of move on. I didn't there in that first one there, which maybe tells me that, as it shows there, he is more of a 2nd round prospect than he is a 1st round prospect. Looking at halfbacks here, again, we want speed guys. In actuality, that might be the only area that I am pretty happy with. I got Jarek McKinnon. We may try to re-sign Shakandrick West. We've got Chris Thompson, although we're going to also have to re-sign him. So we probably should have in the back of our minds that we need to potentially draft somebody. Again, we want speed guys. We'll look at that speed back there. Marshawn Hogan, B plus Luna, B juke, B carrying. That looks pretty good. This guy in the 2nd round, B juke move, B carrying, C plus spin move. It's not terrible for a 2nd round prospect. We'll kind of move down here. Kind of again just looking for speed backs at the moment. Not that I won't come back and potentially scout some of these other guys, but I have run out of scouting points, so we're gonna have to be done with scouting for this week. So that kind of finishes up that stuff here. We are going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and play this game, although I should start my weekly training here just to get these guys. I'm kind of focusing on these specific guys here. My right tackle, Gordon Ray. C.J. Hillman is a superstar development middle linebacker that I drafted in like the 3rd or 4th round. And he had a great game actually last week. He had a sack, he had a safety. Even though we ultimately lost that game, he played well for sure. So let's go ahead and sim this just so I don't lose out on the ability to. I don't really like to actually do the stuff, the work, if you will. I kind of just like to sim that stuff, but if you don't sim it, then it seems like you lose out on some XP. So let's go ahead and move on now to the 3rd game of the season here for the Flyers, going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams sitting at 1-1. We are going to be at the Flyers. I'm going to go ahead and try to adjust a little bit here. You want to switch up the uniforms a little bit. Not that you have a whole lot of choices with these teams that you ultimately expand to. I'm going to use the word expansion, even though it's really a relocation, but because Madden doesn't allow expansions. But I am going to edit the uniforms here. I think ultimately what I really want to do is just change out the black pants for their white pants, or gray pants, I should say. I kind of just like that look a little bit better. And let's do this. Let's play. Again, if you're just kind of joining the stream here, I am calling this an expansion franchise. Again, that's not possible, as many of you know, on Madden 18. So, I kind of followed tubaSimulator on Operation Sports. Ultimately, that link and everything I'm going to kind of put down in the description, so you can kind of see, and I'll put that down there later after the stream, ultimately, so you guys can see exactly what how to do it. It's a convoluted and lengthy process, really, but I was kind of excited to work my way through it and ultimately get the Flyers as they are now, which is completely different than the team that I moved, which was the Chargers. And just so give everybody a heads up too here on sliders. I am using Schnatt 1 sliders, who also is from Operation Sports, and I am. He kind of has a somewhat convoluted setup as well, but at this point I'm liking how they're playing, so hopefully that continues. And ladies and gentlemen, here come the Flyers. Again, as it relates to those sliders, I am going to put a link down in the description as well, to ultimately get those, if you want to try that, try out these sliders, you're liking how they look, and it's kind of a crazy setup. He kind of uses some main menu stuff that you got to do, and then you got to obviously come into your franchise, if you will, and change things up a little bit. Flyers here are going to take the kickoff here, get the ball first. It's going to be fielded here by Patterson. He's going to take it out of the end zone. He's running behind J.J. Nelson, and he ultimately gets tackled there, running straight up the middle. Didn't really try to do anything there. He just ran right straight up the middle. And here comes Geno Smith. He had a pretty good first week, really, at least percentage-wise, with a couple touchdowns, 1 interception. We did throw a lot of short passes, and ultimately didn't really test anything, so he ended up with like 70% completion percentage. But then last week he struggled and threw a couple interceptions, and only threw for like 50%. So McKinnon goes out there to the right, and throw it here to Coates. Nice throw and catch there for a short gain. Here are your starters for the Flyers. Nick Boyle seems to be, Geno Smith's favorite target at this point in the season. He, always just kind of seems to be open, seems to catch the ball. He's by far Geno Smith's favorite target. Geno Smith dropping back here, goes to throw, doesn't quite get it off, and gets sacked by the Chiefs. That would be one area of concern for sure for the Flyers, as we've given up. They gave up 7 sacks last week against Seattle. I can't quite remember what happened in the first game, but it was at least 6 or 7 as well. So it's kind of something to keep an eye on here. That need to switch up some offensive linemen, or we need to keep a running back in. Whatever we need to do here, we might need to think about. I do want to change the tempo up here. As I said, we're all kind of a speed team, so we're going to try to move the ball quick here, but it is 3rd and 12. So we're not obviously going to be able to do that for this drive. Kind of forgot that while I was talking ultimately. Hit the wrong button there. Ultimately want to keep Weston here to pass block. In such a mess here. Throw outside there. Patterson tries to keep his feet in bounds, but I think it was out of bounds. That brings up 4th and 12. He still caught the ball. It was a nice catch. Tried to get his feet in, but toes just didn't quite make it. Flyers are going to have to punt here on their first drive of the game. It's a quick 3 and out, really. Flyers punt here. It's going to be caught by Hill right at the sideline there. He steps out. Nice punt. Way to keep Hill from trying to return that. And here comes Mahomes. Looks like he's had a somewhat quiet start to the season with only 273 yards passing, a couple of touchdowns and 1 interception. And for the most part trying to use the coach suggestions. That was something that is also kind of a recommendation by Schnott for his sliders. Schnott won on Operation Sports in order to kind of give you the best, I guess, competition from the CPU. Hunt gets the ball there to start. He runs right up the middle for a short gain. Kind of want to try to take care of. Here are the Chiefs starters. Kind of want to try. I feel like when I was doing a stream earlier, I feel like I was able to update some stuff for the description, if you will, to kind of give you guys these links to. Ooh, nice pass there to Kelsey. Snuck that one in there. There's a tight window. Travis Kelsey's always tough to contain. Hopefully my safeties can contain him somewhat today. Using the shotgun set, they hand it off here to Hunt. He runs it right up the middle for a gain of about 9 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 2. I guess it was 8 yards, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Nice run there by Hunt. Let's see here. The only thing that I don't really like about the suggestions, and part of that I'm sure is just I need to maybe set up some better. Oop, false start there by the Chiefs. I'll take them back 5 yards, make it 2nd and 7. But kind of continuing on there, you know, it's. Now I completely forgot what I was saying. Never mind. Sorry about that. I think I can't really update anything till later, it looks like. Looking at the computer here, just trying to think about ways to incomplete pass there by Mahomes. Not even sure who that was intended for. It ultimately hit the feet there of one of the Flyers. I don't even know that the Flyers saw the ball there, or else that could have potentially been an interception. Now 3rd and 7 here. We're going to try to prevent the first down here by the Chiefs. Looks like they might try to run it here. I can't imagine that's really going to be the case. Mahomes play action pass. Throws it to Barnage, who gets the ball. Nice play for a first down. Chiefs have some good tight ends with Barnage and Kelsey. I did try, you know, as I was kind of setting up this franchise, you know, there was a little bit of you know, playing with the rosters a little bit. You know, I started out with the preseason roster from the, you know, from the game, the initial out-of-the-box game, if you will, because that's another recommendation by Schnott one, you know, for the sliders. But I did make some changes. You know, I tried to get some of the major ones. You know, for instance, you know, getting Alex Smith off of the Chiefs and Mahomes being the starter. You know, but there were potentially some. You know, later on after the first year, really, because, you know, I basically gave up a year to move forward here to play this season. So there's going to be a lot of players that maybe aren't recognizable on teams, including Barnage on the Chiefs there. Incomplete pass there for Mahomes. Anybody has any insight on how I might be able to, kind of have some stuff in the description, that would be helpful. I don't really see if that's anything I can really do through Twitch here. I think that doing the description is something that has to happen later, at least as far as I can tell. 3rd and 10 here for the Chiefs. Oh, that is intercepted by Knight. I didn't know I was going to get that there. He's running it up the sideline. He's at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Flyers. Knight has a great face mask there for a defensive back. I might have to go back in and change that. I don't think I realized it. He was actually my number 1 pick in the draft for the Flyers. Makes a great play there and runs it all the way back for a touchdown. Nice start here for the Flyers after a not very good first series. They at least make a stop here, get an interception for a touchdown. Hopefully that's going to make the score here 7-0. Whoop. And it will. Not maybe for a second. Messed that up. Still trying to see if I can figure out this. Adding a description here for you guys, just to give you guys some of these sliders and expansion information here. I think that's helpful if anybody wants to kind of emulate what I'm doing here. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Chiefs take it there, kneel it in the end zone for a touchback. They're going to bring it right. Start it there at the 25-yard line. Go ahead and skip ahead here. Again, if anybody has any insight on how I can kind of add anything to a description, I don't know if that's ultimately something I got to do at the end. Short gain there by Hunt, or no gain I should say, or maybe a gain of 1. Second, it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here for the Chiefs. Not sure who their coach is. Single back set here with Hunt in the backfield. Ooh, Barron makes the tackle there. Gets off that block and makes the tackle. Brings it up 3rd and 3 here for the Chiefs. Third and 3 here. Sometimes it's just tough to go with the suggestions. I just don't feel like I see many plays at all. It's like the same 3 plays all the time. Should be a middle blitz there. There's a flag on the play. It did look like Hunt got enough for the first down, but let's see what the flag is. It is going to be holding against the Chiefs. I will definitely accept that. That'll make it 3rd and 12. Again, if you're just joining me, we are kind of here in Salt Lake City for the Flyers expansion franchise. Chiefs have 3rd and 12 here. Mahomes has, oh, nice play there. Nice throw to Hill. Great play by Mahomes. He stepped up in the pocket there, lofted it over the defensive back there for a completion to Hill. Great play. you have any questions, kind of how, I'm calling this an expansion franchise. In all reality, obviously, it is a relocation franchise, but I did basically take. Ooh, Hunt is fighting and fighting and fighting, but ultimately he only gains about 4 yards. Let's go back to coach suggestions. Use some strategy here. See what that does for us. Oh, another false start here by the Chiefs. That's 3 penalties on the Chiefs here to start the game. They're having a tough start to the game here on offense for sure, with penalties and a pick 6. So going back to this expansion idea, basically, you decimate a team and then relocate them. There's a very detailed artist paint here for the Chiefs. He's out. Nice juke move there. But Webb looks like he tripped him up just enough to stop him, or else that might have been a touchdown. But that's 16 yards there for Artist Payne on a nice run. Still kind of learning this talking and playing at the same time thing. It's kind of tough. And yet again, another false start by the Chiefs. That's 3 false starts and a holding penalty against the Chiefs. I hope that calms down a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of a ton of penalties, especially if it's multiple false starts. That to me is that false start glitch. Although according to, you kind of follow the sliders on, this Schnatt 1 sliders on Operation Sports, says that's never been an issue for him. But I feel like I've got the setup, his setup exactly, and yet we're having this false start glitch problem. I'm gonna have to call a timeout or something. I think that's ultimately what's gonna stop it. That's 3 in a row. Yikes. It's not very fun to watch. So Chiefs now come out in the I formation on 1st and 25 after 3 straight false start penalties. And they decide to run the ball and gain nothing. Again, the Chiefs are struggling here to start this game. I'm trying to ignore the glitchiness, but it's kind of hard at this point. Hopefully things turn around here. Holmes drops back, hits Hill on a comeback route. That's a nice gain. That'll bring up a somewhat reasonable 3rd and 12. Flyers here are just going to sit back in a zone, try to keep everything in front of them, and see if they can get the 4th down here. Mahomes scrambling, ultimately decides to throw over here to the sideline to Hunt for a very short or no gain, bringing up 4th and 12. We'll try to kick the field goal here. That is kind of a long one. We'll have to wait and see whether or not it's up, and it is good. I'm making the score 7-3. Sorry about that. Slightly disappointing in my eyes after kind of that false start glitch popped up. Luckily, it maybe at least didn't hurt the Chiefs' ability to get some points. Not that I don't want to obviously win the game, but I don't want to win on glitchiness. J.J. Nelson here on the return. Cuts in, gets about to the 28, 29 yard line there. Pretty nice return. He was somebody that I picked up in the expansion draft, again, because I wanted speed, and he's fast. Now we're going to get the Flyers going here again, running the no huddle. McKinnon gets the ball here to start. There is a flag on the play. That's probably going to be holding against the Flyers. Nope, illegal block in the back by the Flyers. And I'll keep it at first down, but make it 1st and 20 now. Geno Smith's here in the shotgun. He drops back here. Throws it up to Patterson, it looks like. And it was intercepted, but luckily that went out of bounds. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. Geno Smith's deep accuracy is really not that great. Or at least it hasn't been to this point in the series, and anytime we're throwing deep passes, it's a crapshoot. You don't really quite know whether or not it's going to be way over the intended receiver's head, or whether or not it's going to be an interception, really. Ooh, that looks like it's actually going to be pass interference, and it is. That is now is that the 5th penalty on the Chiefs? That's going to make it now 1st and 10 for the Flyers. Let's get running the ball here. McKinnon runs it. He kind of gets tripped up there. Only gains maybe a couple. That's going to bring up, actually he got 4. Didn't really look like it, but it's now 2nd and 4. Take a quick look here. Defensive backs are playing back here. Let's see if we can. Ooh, Geno Smith shakes off a play there, throws it to Patterson, and he catches it. That was a little bit of a crazy play there. It looked like for sure Geno Smith was going to get sacked, but he actually shrugged it off and threw the pass there to Patterson for the 1st down. Geno Smith now throws the screen pass to McKinnon. Didn't he? I thought he had the ball there. He must have juggled it and dropped it. It was a weird looking play. Now out in the four wide set here. Geno Smith drops back. Oh, he's going to get sacked. Sacked again. That is now 2 sacks for the Chiefs. Really going to have to look at that left tackle spot. Last week we gave up 4 sacks to Cliff Averill, all given up by the left tackle there. Pass here to Nelson. He's going to actually get the 1st down. Nice play there. Slant, quick slant, really. Nobody was near him. He's able to cut up the field there and get the 1st down. Nice play. Flyers right back up to the line here. Geno Smith drops back. Throws a short one there to West. Did he hang on to it? Looks like he did. We're going to bring up 2nd and 4. Flyers hurry right back up to the line here. Hand it off to West, who gets tackled in the backfield. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Smith drops back here, steps up, decides to take off, gets a block there, dives, and actually gets the 1st down. There's a lot of those kind of runs last week against the Seahawks. Right back up to the line here. Everyone seems to be breathing a little bit hard. It's a delayed handoff here to West. Gets about 8 yards. Nice play there. Actually 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. You can see everyone's head kind of bobbing. Everyone's a little tired. Ooh, looked like Geno Smith threw it a little bit too early there, and the receiver was not quite ready. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Ball looks like it's about at the 7.5 yard line there. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Geno Smith here drops back. Throws it right to Ragland for the interception. That was a terrible throw. He was going to try to throw the quick slant there. It was way off target. He threw it right to Ragland for the interception. Flyers looked like they were about ready to score there. Geno Smith throws the interception. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis are not commentating this game. Now after the interception here, the Chiefs have the ball. Ace set here for Hunt. He's going to run it right up the middle there. Looks like for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. 5 yards to be exact. Going to bring up 2nd and 5. Whoop, that time it's going to be actually an encroachment on the Flyers. That makes up a little bit for the false start on the last drive. That's going to make it 2nd and short. It's prime time for possible play action pass here. Let's see what the Chiefs decide to do. Williams there in motion. It is a play action pass. Mahomes drops back, and he short little pass over here to Williams, but is able to pick up the first down. Ooh, he was out of bounds, I think, there. Maybe we should see if we can challenge the play on that. I don't know if you guys saw that real quick there, but it looked like he stepped out of bounds on the catch. You don't quite see it there. Or there, sort of. His right foot there looks like it's out of bounds. I think that's got to be an incomplete pass. Let's see what happens here. Looks like it's still 1st and 10, so that call was not overturned, which I don't know that I necessarily agree with. Short pass here to Kelsey. Breaks a tackle there for a nice little gain here on 1st down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 2. See, if you look at the suggestions here, it's telling me that I should run goal line man or blitz A. You know, that's all goal line stuff. I don't know what they think they're coming out here, what the Chiefs are coming out here in. Maybe that's because the Chiefs are coming out in what looks like a goal line. Play action pass there, incomplete by Mahomes. He's now 7 for 11 for 83 yards. Not a bad start for him other than his pick 6 interception. Pretty balanced attack here. Let's see if they'll run it this time. And they do run it, hand it off to Hunt here. He breaks a tackle, still up, and is able to get the first down. Hunt now with 9 rushes for 32 yards. Broke a tackle there, kept fighting, was able to get the first down. Nice play by Hunt. Bunch set here for the Chiefs. Mahomes actually hands it off here to Hunt. Well, he breaks out to the left side, gets tripped up, luckily, because he had wide open green grass in front of him for the touchdown. But luckily, he got tripped up there, did get the first down, but that's all. Chiefs now come out in the shotgun formation here. Mahomes drops back. He's scrambling out here to the right. He's got two guys in chase, and ultimately they bring him down, but it looks like maybe he gained a couple yards. Now on 2nd and 8 in the I formation, Chiefs hand it off here again to Artis Payne. And he doesn't look like he gains anything there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Flyers think you're going to try to play it safe here. The spy on Mahomes. Just try to keep everything in front of him. But Moncrief's able to get out there on the out route, catch it for the first down. Nice play by Mahomes and Moncrief. Probably should have blitzed him. Usually when I just try to play back zone, usually doesn't work out well for me in Madden. Play action pass here to Hunt. Mahomes out here to the right again, gets it out to Kelsey again on another out route. And that's first down again. Chiefs are moving. It's going to put them in the red zone here. They seem to have found their groove a little bit. Back out here again in the I formation. Seems to be their favorite formation. Hand off to Hunt here for just a gain of a couple, I'm going to guess. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Shotgun set here. Mahomes gets sacked. The Flyers were coming. Playing press coverage on the outside. Coming with the blitz, and they're able to sack Mahomes. Good play there by the Flyers. I don't know where Mahomes was looking there. Looked like he was looking at the sideline. Oh, he's looking backwards. That's hilarious. Alright, last time I decided to play back in zone and it didn't work out for me. This is going to be a zone blitz here. Let's see. Mahomes steps up, gets open, another out route to Moncrief, although, did he catch it? No, he dropped it on the nice hit there. Brings up 4th and 14. Chiefs will have to attempt the field goal here. Those out routes seem to be key. Those out routes the Chiefs are running keep getting open. Chiefs kick is up and good, making the score 7-6. Chiefs out to kick off here. See what J.J. Nelson's going to get the ball here. He's going to break it out here to the right. Nope, he's going to cut it back up the middle. Jukes for what seems like no reason and gets hit and taken down. Flyers will now start at the 21-yard line. Geno Smith there, as you can see, 4 of 9 for 45 yards. Again, throwing a lot of short passes. Anything he throws long seems to be incomplete. Let's see if we can get going here with the Flyers. Smith on the read option there. Actually reads it correctly, gains 7 yards. Nice play by Smith there. This time he actually hands it off there. McKinnon missed the opening there. Might have got a little bit more, but he was able to get the first down. Nice run there, sort of. At least for the first down, it was a nice run, but he probably could have gained more yards there. Saw a sliver of an opening, but... And that is wildly off base there by Geno Smith. He's now at 40% on the day. I think we need to start giving him some shorter passes. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here for the Flyers. And if you're curious who my backup is, based on how Geno Smith has started this game, it is Brent Hundley, which I don't know is really that much better. West here tries to make a cut up the middle there and gets stopped for no gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Don't really love my options there based on this formation and because of the no huddle. Geno Smith's going to step up. He's going to take off here, run, get hit. Looks like he doesn't get the first down, but there is a flag on the field. It's probably going to be holding on the Flyers. It's going to bring up now 3rd and 20. Probably should play a little smart here. But I'm not one for being too smart. Probably should just run like a draw or something, but let's see what we can do here. Geno Smith drops back. He steps up, and is ultimately going to get sacked. I did have a check down there, it looked like to McKinnon, that I thought about throwing, but obviously, as you can see, I did not. Score now 7-6. Flyers are punting. Hill's actually going to be able to return it here. He tries to spin out of that tackle, but is unable to get away. Nice coverage there by the Flyers. A set here for the Chiefs on 1st and 10. Ooh, nice Hunt got away there. Nice gain. I think he gained about 9 yards. Second and 1 here. Chiefs come out in a 4 wide set. Hand it off to Hunt again. He's able to get the first down. Excuse me. Play action pass here to Hunt this time. Mahomes steps up, throws it, and that should have been intercepted there by Knight. That should have been his second interception. I am going to have to go in and change his face mask. That just looks silly to me on a cornerback. But I can't do it right now, so we're going to have to deal with it. It's should have been 2 interceptions for Knight. He had the pick 6 earlier in the game. This is the only points there for the Salt Lake City Flyers. 2nd and 10 now for the Chiefs. Bunch set here. They're going to hand it off to Hunt, who runs right into a wall of defensive linemen. Now 3rd and 9. We're going to run a blitz here. Try to get to Mahomes quick. It is a play action pass. Blocking seems great for them. He's moving around the pocket though, and he just throws it up. And another dropped interception by the Flyers. That's 2 dropped interceptions here on this drive. Mahomes just seems to be throwing it up for grabs, really. And both times the Flyers players have gotten their hands on it, but haven't been able to haul it in. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Chiefs. They're going to have to punt. J.J. Nelson is back to receive. He actually is going to field it here at about the 6-yard line. Breaks it out. Ooh, nice spin move there. Oh, he got caught up on his own player there. He might have gained more yards there, but he got slowed down there. He was ready to break it out there to the left side, but ultimately he got slowed down and tackled. Nice return, though, by J.J. Nelson. He last week had an inopportune fumble, J.J. Nelson did, after a safety for the Flyers. Nope, nice run here by McKinnon. He breaks it up the middle here. He's got 2 guys to beat. He breaks their tackles, and ultimately he's going to take it in for the touchdown. What a run by McKinnon. At the 2-minute warning. Wow. Going to be the first. Coach there seems a little frustrated as he throws down his play card. But what a run by McKinnon. Breaking tackles left and right. First touchdown on the season for McKinnon. What a play. How did he get out of that? Wow. Nice play. Extra point here is up and good, and that's going to make the score 14-6 Flyers. So as I was saying, as you know, J.J. Nelson, he had a pretty big oops. You know, the Flyers were leading 12-0 last week against the Seahawks. Against the Seahawks after a safety, and on the punt kickoff after the safety, J.J. Nelson fielded the ball. He fumbled it, and the Seahawks picked it up and ran it back for the touchdown. And after that point, just kind of seemed like the Flyers just lost the momentum, couldn't get anything going, and ultimately lost that game last week. Can't completely blame it on, obviously, J.J. Nelson, but that was definitely a big turning point in that game. Mahomes here is going to throw the screen pass here to Hunt. He breaks a tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and he ultimately gets a first down. Nice run there nice screen and run by Hunt. Nobody's seeming like they want to tackle on either team right now. Mahomes here. Looks like he's got a man. Nice pass there to Moncrief. He got it overnight and was able to catch it there. Nice play. Mahomes seems to be throwing the ball a lot on the move. He's always rolling out to the right or left or stepping up and throwing the ball. But that was a great pass there by Mahomes for the completion. Chiefs here in the shotgun. They pass, just quick short pass here to Hunt. Once again, he breaks the tackle. And we get stops for just really a gain of 2. Coach seems to be just frustrated. Now 2nd and 8 here for the Chiefs. An ace set here. They're going to delay handoff there to Hunt, who gains a couple more yards, bringing up 3rd and 6. Chiefs coach just seems mad. He is not happy with how things are going so far for the Chiefs. Ace set again here for the Chiefs. 3rd and 6. Delayed handoff again. That's 2 in a row. And ultimately is going to be short of the 1st down. And that's going to bring up another field goal attempt for the Chiefs. Kick is up here. Looks like it's good right down the middle. It's going to make the score 14-9 Flyers with 7 seconds left in the half. Chiefs kickoff here. J.J. Nelson is again back to receive. He takes it at the 1-yard line. Takes it out here right up the middle. He's kind of trying to follow his blockers and ultimately gets it out to about the 31-yard line. So my suggestions here are to run a Hail Mary from the 31-yard line. I don't think I'm going to do that. Oops. Oops, I don't want to stop the clock. I just want to kneel it. Flyers here are going to take it into the half, leading in this game 14-9 after the Chiefs have struggled with multiple penalties as well as a pick 6 interception. And kind of just a struggle all around on offense, really. Looking at the stats here real quick on the stat board, it looks like actually they're not doing too terrible. 156 passing yards, 79 rushing yards. Geno Smith at this point is not doing well. I think the only option here at this point is to keep everything short and to run the ball. We're going to go ahead and skip forward here. Flyers have to kick off here to start the second half. And here we go with the second half of week 3. Moncrief takes it there in the end zone, kneels down. Chiefs are going to start at the 25-yard line. Again, if you're just joining me in any way, we are using Schnatt 1's sliders, and we are kind of doing this franchise as what I'm calling an expansion franchise, using tubaSimulator's information on Operation Sports. Hunt gets the ball here on first down, and gets stopped for a short gain, bring up 2nd and 7. So again, that's tubaSimulator on Operation Sports. Gives a very detailed description on how to do, to the best of your ability on Madden, an expansion franchise, as is this one. It's kind of a bit of a process, but it was fun for me. If you enjoy Madden 18 and you enjoy doing a little bit of something different, then it might be for you. It's now 3rd and 5 here for the Chiefs after another run. Chiefs are going to come out in the shotgun formation. I was thinking about doing something there, but I didn't do it in time. Mahomes rolls out here and throws the ball out of bounds. That is incomplete. It brings up 4th and 5 for the Chiefs, and they will punt. J.J. Nelson is again back to receive. Cole quit to punt. Nice high punt there. Going to be taken about the 19-yard line. Oh, J.J. Nelson gets tripped up again. Goes down after a short return. Flyers are going to start at the 28-yard line. We're going to try running a little bit, speed option is kind of another aspect of this offense I want to try to do, but anytime I use the suggestions, I don't see it. So we're going to do some option, triple option. So here we go. West and McKinnon are kind of the backs in the backfield here. Whoop, I actually meant to hand it to West there, but I didn't hit the X button in time. In any case, Geno Smith goes down after a loss of 2. That did not work out very well. Tempo is back to normal. I'm going to get it back to no huddle here. Let's go back to our coach suggestions. Shotgun formation. McKinnon's going to take off here to the right, and it's going to be a pass to him. He actually is open. Nice juke move there. He's still breaking tackles. It's actually counted as a rush. He technically has 4 rushes for 90 yards at this point. It's now 3rd and 3. McKinnon gets the handoff here and is able to pick up the first down, but barely. Right back to the line here for the Flyers. McKinnon here runs out to the right side here again. It's a pass here to Richardson. Nice play there. I think that's what we need to do for Geno Smith. We need to give him short passes. Help him get back on track here. Smith drops back again this time. Throws it over the middle. It's high and ultimately incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Flyers. Kendrick West is now in the game in the backfield. He is my third down back here. And ultimately it is going to be a screen to him. Looks like he's got an opening. He breaks it back up into the field there to get some blockers and is able to pick up the first down. Nice run after the catch there by West. We're going to keep things moving quick here. It's now a delay to West. He's breaking some tackles there and gains a few yards. Is he down? He is down, even though he's sitting on a player there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Trying to keep the Chiefs on their heels here. Ooh, and ultimately they do not stay on their heels, as there is a sack by Jones, which is now going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Just looked like everyone was covered there. There was nowhere really to throw the ball. Geno Smith now in the shotgun. He drops back. He's looking. He throws it over the middle. What a weird looking catch and play. The defensive back was right there. It's a very interesting looking catch and play. I kind of want to... It's a very interesting animation I don't feel like I've seen before. That is going to bring up 4th and 2. Whoops, maybe too soon here. Oh, here we go. Maybe it wasn't that interesting of an animation. And Richardson just jumped up for it. But the DB was right there. It's a good shot of it. Looked like it could technically have been pass interference, as he was pulling back on him. But in any case here, Hopkins is going to come out for a 54-yard field goal attempt. And the kick is up. Is it long enough? And it is good. That's going to make the score 17-9 Flyers. With 5 minutes to go left here in the 3rd quarter. Hopefully the Flyers can hold on and get their 2nd win of the season. There was a injury, it looks like, for DJ Mays, who is my left guard. Greco is going to have to go in the game there. DJ Mays was also hurt in the preseason. Hopefully he won't be out for too long. Although I'm not 100% sure. That left side of the line is very good. Maybe having Greco in there will make things better. Hill takes the kickoff there for the touchback, bringing the Chiefs out here to the 25-yard line. Bunch set here again for the Chiefs. Short pass there to Kelsey. It looked like it was low, but he was able to bring it in for a gain of about 6 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Chiefs come out now in the I formation on 2nd and 4. They're going to hand it off here to Hunt, who tries running it right up the middle there and maybe gains the 1 yard. It's now going to be 3rd and 3. Empty set, looks like there. Mahomes throws it, and that pass is incomplete. It looked like it was intended for Hill, but he kind of overthrew it there. It's going to bring up 4th and 3 now. For the Chiefs, they're Colquitt's out to punt again. J.D. Nelson to receive. He's going to take it about at the 18-yard line. He's going to break it out here to the right side and get about out to the 29-yard line there. Geno Smith brings the Flyers back out here again for another drive. McKinnon's in the backfield. He hands it off to McKinnon. He runs it right up the middle. He gets hit pretty hard there, but is able to gain about 10 yards or 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Flyers rush back right up to the line again here. Ooh. Not a very good run there. He got caught up on his lineman and ultimately lost yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Nice pass there to Smith. Quick, short, easy pass, 1st down. Flyers right back up to the line here on 1st and 10. Hand the ball off here to McKinnon right up the middle. He's trying to get some blockers. Ultimately has a nice gain and a 1st down. He now has 8 carries for 113 yards. It's now play action. Geno Smith doesn't see anybody open. He rolls out to the side here and throws it away before he goes out of bounds for a loss of yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. As you can see, the passing offenses are not very even there, with the Chiefs at 162 and the Flyers at 59. West is now in the backfield for McKinnon. Smith drops back. He throws a screen here to West. He gets caught up on the lineman. A lot of that happening in this game. And ultimately goes down after a gain of 8, which is going to bring up 3rd and 2. Looks like they're flipping sides of the field here. It's a delayed handoff to West. He breaks it right up the middle. Nice run for a 1st down. What's a steal in the game? It's a counter to West, and he only gains about 1 yard on that play. 2 yards, actually. It's now 2nd and 8. Flyers kind of seem like they're driving here. Doesn't seem to be anybody open, so Smith decides to run with it. Able to fall forward and get a 1st down. Nice play there by Smith on the run. Smith now drops back, gets pressure, and is sacked. There is an injury on the field. Injury timeout. I didn't see anybody down. I'm sure that means one of my offensive linemen is hurt. That usually seems to be what it means in Madden. Now 2nd and 17. Smith here in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He throws a long ball here to the corner of the end zone, but that is out of bounds. That was intended for J.J. Nelson. It's now 3rd and 17. Chris Thompson is now in the game at halfback. Well, it's a delay to Chris Thompson, and he gets to take it down immediately. That's going to bring up 4th and 18. That'll mean a field goal attempt for the Flyers. There was muscle cramps here. It looks like to one of the offensive linemen. To Greco, actually, who is currently in for DJ Mays. I think at this point we're just going to have to keep him in the game. It's just some muscle cramps. Kick here is up here by Hopkins, and good. That's going to make the score 20-9 with 1 minute and 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Hopkins now out for the kickoff. Kicks it right down the middle here to Tyreek Hill, takes it in the end zone, decides to kneel it down for the touchback. Ace formation now here for the Chiefs. Play action pass here to Mahomes. He rolls out to the right after feeling the pressure, runs it up the field there, slides down for looks like a gain of about 9 yards. Nice play there by Mahomes. He was feeling the pressure there, rolled out to the right, and ultimately took off and gained 9. Handoff again here to Hunt. There is a flag on the play. We'll have to wait and see what that is. It is a holding penalty against the Chiefs. Another penalty on the Chiefs. Chiefs now come out in the shotgun set. 2nd and 10 here. Nice throw out to Kelsey. There is another flag on the play. And this time it is an illegal block in the back on the Chiefs. They're just really hurting themselves with penalties in this game. Chiefs come out in the shotgun set here again. There's a blitz on. Mahomes decides to take off. He picks up a block, breaks a tackle. Looks like he has a nice gain there for a first down. Great play by Mahomes. I don't know how he broke that tackle by a linebacker, but hey. Nice play. Time running out here in the third quarter. Knight is there in motion. Hand off to Hunt for no gain. Now start of the fourth quarter. Shotgun set here for the Chiefs. Mahomes drops back. He's looking around, rolling all over the place, not sure where to go. Ultimately throws an incomplete pass. He looked a little skittish back there on that play. Like he didn't know what he wanted to do, whether or not he wanted to take off and run or whether or not he wanted to throw it, and ultimately he just threw it up to no one. There was somebody there, but looked like he was running scared. Hunt there, running out there in motion. Mahomes looking a little bit skittish again. The throw out here to Hunt, covered by Knight, and that pass is incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 10. Colquitt out to punt again to J.J. Nelson. That looks like it's going to go into the end zone, and then J.J. Nelson is just going to let it. It's going to bring the ball out to the 20-yard line here for the Flyers. Keep with this running game, I think, which seems to be working. enough. McKinnon on the counter there. Nice run there for a gain of 6. McKinnon gets the handoff on the read option this time. Looks like he broke a tackle there and maybe gained 1. It's now 3rd and 2 for the Flyers. Boyle there goes in motion. It's a handoff right up the middle. Looks like maybe McKinnon pushed through for the first down. He did, and the Flyers keep things moving here. Boyle again in motion, just like the last play. The play action rollout here by Smith, and he gets sacked. That's a 1.5 sacks there for Wilson. Flyers come right back up to the line again. Another play action here again to McKinnon. Smith has nowhere to go and gets sacked again, but there is a flag on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 27 for the Flyers. Specifically kind of looking for a play here. Probably going to run out of time. I need to call a timeout. Let's see if we can rush to the line here. Oh, they do get it off just in time here. McKinnon tries a small little juke there, but is unable to get anywhere on that play. It's now 3rd and 26. Smith here looks like he's just going to run the screen here, and it is read and stopped immediately for actually a loss of 4 yards, which is going to bring up 4th and 30, and the Flyers will punt. Uh-oh. Woo! Saw that little hitch in the punter's giddy up there, and usually that signifies that there's going to be a punt block. If you play any Madden 18, you see that little weird step that the punter makes, and usually that means the punt's going to get blocked, but he got it off just in time. Chiefs now start at the 33-yard line with 6.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. See if they can get anything going. Try to close the gap here in this game. Mahomes is looking skittish again. He's not sure what to do. He ultimately decides to take off. Has a nice gain of 8. It seems like every play back there he is running scared or something. He looks very skittish. Now 2nd and 1 here for the Chiefs. Mahomes drops back. Short pass here to Gordon. He gets taken down, but it is a 1st down. Now forward wide receiver set here for the Chiefs on 1st and 10. Mahomes throws a pass high there to Kelsey. Barron, I think, undercuts him there, and he drops the ball for an incomplete pass. Heavy set here for the Chiefs. Mahomes looks like he's going to take off, but he ultimately throws it out here to Barnage on the right side of the field there for a 1st down. Chiefs now here in the shotgun. Mahomes steps up this time and hits Connolly with a strike between two defenders there for another first down. Chiefs are driving here. They're going to try to make a game of this. First and 10 here for the Chiefs. Mahomes drops back. He kind of runs out here to the left. Ultimately throws it out here to Artis Payne on a check down. And Artis Payne looks like maybe gets another first down. Not the most accurate pass there, but Artis Payne was able to pull it in. Get himself turned around. Fight forward a little bit. It looks like he got the first down. Nice drive here by the Chiefs. Hand off to Hunt here. He takes it right up the middle for maybe a gain of 2. It's now technically 2nd and 9 for the Chiefs. They come out here in the shotgun set with 3 wide receivers. And the tight end looks like it's going to be a screen. And Mahomes goes down. Lone read that screen there. He jumped out there in front of Hunt. I think prevented Mahomes from throwing it. He hesitated and was sacked. Flyers come out here and press coverage. So they're coming on the blitz. Mahomes steps out, throws a pass, incomplete there to Connolly. It's going to bring up 4th and 21, and they're going to have to kick another field goal, or at least attempt another field goal. Brooks gets in there. He dives, and he looks like he should have blocked that one, but he did not. And ultimately it goes through, and now the score is 20-12. It's technically a 1-score game. 4 minutes left to go. The Flyers need to find a way here to have a nice little sustained drive and end this game. Patterson actually takes it out of the end zone. Looked like he broke that tackle, but ultimately he goes down at about the 25-yard line, 24-yard line to be exact. Flyers come out here in the pistol formation. Hand it off here to McKinnon, and he gets tackled quickly. Only a gain of 1 yard there. Flyers come right to the line here. They really should let the time run down a little bit. We're going to hold off on running this play. We really want to let this time run down as far as we can. Help secure this win. Geno Smith drops back. It's a screen pass to McKinnon, but that's covered up pretty well there. Not much gain, if any, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. What are the Flyers going to do here? Are they going to run it, or are they going to pass it? It's now 3rd and 9. Pistol formation again. I don't know where. Looked like he threw it out here to West on the check down, and that didn't hardly gain anything, and he ran out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 4th and 6, and the Flyers are going to have to punt the ball. What a terrible play call. What a terrible play in general, as West caught that ball at the sideline and went out of bounds. Now with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game, the Chiefs are going to have a chance here to try to come down and tie the game. We'll see if the Flyers defense can step up and hold them here. Kelsey there on the right side of the formation. We should always try to keep an eye on him. Hunt looks like he breaks the tackle initially, but does get tripped up for a gain of 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Interesting that the Chiefs are choosing to run the ball at this point in the game. Down by 8. You'd think they'd want to be passing the ball. Moncrief comes here in motion. Looks like they're trying to get out the screen here again, and Mahomes goes down. That was read perfectly by the defense, and Mahomes goes down for another sack on a screen attempt. Brings up 3rd and 16. Time is ticking down here for the Chiefs, and they're just kind of letting it go. Pass here to Gordon over the middle. Nice spin move, and ultimately he's going to get the first down. Great play by the Chiefs there to get that first down on 3rd and 16. That takes us to the 2-minute warning, and we are in for a great end to this game here. Flyers need to step up big in order to prevent the Chiefs from scoring here. I'm trying to attempt to tie this game. Mahomes drops back. They're going to try another screen. Looked like Mahomes is going to get sacked there. I don't know what happened. Hunt ultimately gets the ball on the screen. He's running down the field here and ultimately gets taken out of bounds after a huge gain. Mahomes broke that initial tackle, but then there is an illegal block in the back against the Chiefs. Once again, penalties are hurting the Chiefs. But what a play there by Mahomes to keep that play alive, get the ball out to Hunt, who then ran it up the sideline basically there for a huge gain. But now they're backed up, and it's 1st and 19 from about the 30-yard line. Mahomes is kind of running around, not sure what to do. It looks like that was intended for Hill, but that was not even close to Hill. Pass is incomplete. After such a great play, that was not a very good one. Artis Payne goes out in motion there. Mahomes drops back. He's looking, finds Gordon. Gordon gets tackled, and the Chiefs take a timeout. It's now 3rd and 8. Keep an eye on Kelsey there. Oh, but no, it goes out to Gordon again. He seems like he's the go-to guy here, as he's caught multiple passes here on this drive. They come right back to the quick hurry up here. He tries to throw it out to Hunt, and that pass is incomplete. Gordon seems like he is the go-to guy here in this 2-minute offense. Chiefs now at the 50 with 1 minute and 22 seconds left. It's 2nd and 10. Lone breaks through the line here. Mahomes ultimately decides to take off, runs up the sideline for a nice gain of 8 and goes out of bounds to stop the clock. Now at the 35-yard line. Pass right over the middle there to Barnage in a crowd, and he catches it. And here come the Chiefs. Moving quick. Say maybe they're just going to spike it. No, Mahomes drops back. He's running all over the place, tosses it up. It's caught by Kite, and it's a touchdown, Chiefs. What a letdown by the Flyers, and what a play by the Chiefs. What an amazing play there by Kite to get open and for Mahomes to find him. Nice pass play there for the Chiefs to get in the end zone and have a chance to potentially tie up this game with a 2-point conversion. Chiefs come out here in a single back set. Mahomes drops back, looks for a quick pass, gets it out to Kelsey, and he catches it on a diving catch to tie the game at 20. What a turn of events here in this game, folks. Great drive there by the Chiefs to come down and score the touchdown. And then on the 2-point conversion, they get it out to Kelsey, who makes the diving catch. And that ties the game. Did they leave too much time for the Flyers? Chiefs kick it off here. J.J. Nelson is going to receive it. He takes it basically at the end zone line. He gets tackled at about the 26 yard line there. Question is, should the Flyers, based on their current position on the field, play it safe and shoot for overtime? Ultimately, he hands it off to McKinnon here. He breaks it right up the field for a nice gain. And the Flyers are going to take a timeout after that nice gain. That was maybe a good enough play there on first down to make them think they might have a shot here and getting close enough to attempt another game-winning field goal. Two tight ends set here for the Flyers in the shotgun. Geno Smith drops back. Throws it right over the middle there to McKinnon, who is unable to hold on to the ball, and that pass is incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Smith here drops back. He steps up and gets sacked. Sacked by Ragland. What a play there by the Chiefs to bring down Smith for the sack. Now 34 seconds left. The Flyers take a timeout after the sack there. It's now 3rd and 15 for the Flyers, sitting at the 34-yard line. West is in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and it looks like the Chiefs were ready for that run, and they ultimately bring down West immediately and call for the timeout themselves to try to give themselves a shot at winning this game in regulation. Flyers are going to have to punt. Give it back to the Chiefs here. They should not kick it to Tyreek Hill. We're going to try to angle this punt as we've done throughout the game. Tyreek Hill looks like it's going to bounce at about the 10 and go out of bounds at the 5-yard line. What a great punt by the Flyers there. That hopefully may prevent the Chiefs from even attempting to try to move down the field for a game-winning field goal or touchdown for that matter. They do come out in what looks like a pistol formation. 3 wide receivers. They hand it off here to Hunt, who gets taken down immediately. And I think we're just going to let this thing tick down. 14 seconds left in the game. Just for a weird chance play here, the Flyers are going to call the timeout for the potential of getting a safety here, which would be an interesting end to this game. So with 14 seconds left, the Chiefs will pretty much be required here to run another play. And they hand the ball off to Hunt, who jukes in the backfield and goes down. And that should actually end the game, as there's no more stoppage of the clock. And we're going to go into overtime, folks. Week 3 here in the Salt Lake City Flyers expansion franchise. We're going into overtime, week 3. Both teams sitting at 1-1, trying to get to 2-1. Let's see who's going to get the ball first. Chiefs win the toss, and they will elect to receive, of course. Flyers will be back on defense here. And the kick is off here for overtime. Moncrief takes it in the end zone. He decides to go ahead and kneel it down for the touchback. Chiefs will take the ball at the 25-yard line to start overtime. Very lopsided yardage if you look at the stats there, kind of running across the top there. Uh-oh, quick slant there to Gordon. He takes off here and ultimately gets tripped up at the 1-yard line for the Chiefs. What an amazing play by Gordon. He has been the go-to guy for the Chiefs here at the end of the 4th quarter, and now the first play of overtime. Now the Chiefs are going to try to win it. And they have a false start at the 1-yard line there. Chiefs come out here again. They're in range here to score and win this game. They hand the ball off to Hunt, who runs it right up the middle. Doesn't gain much, and there is a flag on the play. I'm going to assume this is going to be holding against the Chiefs. And yet another penalty is going to draw them back even further. It's now 1st and goal, but the ball is out at the 16-yard line, it looks like. And again, it's a handoff to Hunt here, who runs right at the middle, and there's another flag on the play. And it is holding against the Chiefs again. They are just shooting themselves in the foot here, folks. They had the ball at the 1-yard line after a great play by Gordon here in the first play of overtime. And now They're sitting back at 1st and goal from the 25-yard line. And they hand it off to Hunt here, who is going to get stopped for what looks like a loss of 1 yard. They're just going backwards here. Maybe the Flyers can get them all the way out of field goal range at this point. Four wide receiver set here for the Chiefs on 2nd and goal from the 25-yard line. Out route pass there is overthrown by Mahomes. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 28-yard line. Mahomes here drops back. They're coming on a blitz. He throws the ball to Kelsey, and that is incomplete as well. That's going to bring up 4th down from the 28, and they will have to attempt the field goal. What a crazy... I mean, the Chiefs had all the momentum. They were about ready to score to win this game in overtime, and they went backwards. Basically lost 27 yards after having that amazing play by Gordon. And the kick is up, and it is no good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Chiefs had a chance there to get 3 points. I mean, they had a chance to get a touchdown and win the game. Then they had a chance to get 3 points, and they missed that. Now the Flyers have a chance to come down and win the game on a field goal. What a crazy, crazy end to this game. Flyers now come out at the 35-yard line. McKinnon's in the backfield. He gets the ball here to start. Nice 5-yard run there. It's now 2nd and 5. Flyers keeping with the no huddle. They hand the ball off here. It looked like they were going to hand it off to McKinnon, but Smith read that one wrong, and he loses yards. That's not a good way to go here, but they hurry back to the line. Drops back here, throws it over the middle here to Richardson and gets the 1st down. Nice play there by Smith and Richardson. It's now 1st down for the Flyers. Defense is moving around all over the field. They hand it off to McKinnon, who runs it right up the middle. Nice run there by McKinnon. Nice gain. It's now 1st and 10. McKinnon now comes up behind Smith. All the wide receivers go over to the left side of the field. They hand it back to McKinnon, who ultimately spins out of a tackle. Has a nice gain there of about 3 yards. And it's now 2nd and 7. Oh, Boyle and Richardson switch spots there. Doesn't look like anybody's open. Smith's not liking it. He decides to take off. He runs and slides down for a nice gain. They are now in field goal range. Everyone looks a little tired. Smith and McKinnon are both breathing hard here. Smith drops back. It's going to be a screen to McKinnon. Oh, it looks like he doesn't really quite have the energy there to get going. ultimately, the Flyers are going to call a timeout. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left here in overtime. It's now 2nd and 12. The Flyers are in field goal range, technically, but it would be nice to get a little bit closer. West is now in the game at halfback. And he is going to get the handoff here. He cuts it right back up the middle there off of that blocker. Has a nice gain there. But there is holding on the offense, which will now potentially take the Flyers out of field goal range or make it a really long field goal. It's now 2nd and 20 from the 37-yard line for the Flyers. Smith throws the ball there to West on a check down, and he is tackled immediately. They come right back out on the field here. Boyle is open, and he makes the catch, and it's a first down, Flyers. Great play there by Boyle to get open, and Smith threw the strike in there for the first down. Keep this drive alive. 1 minute left in the game. West gets the ball, loses a yard. There's now, time is ticking down here. There's only 1 minute left in overtime. It's a draw to West. He tries to make a cut, has a weird hop step, and goes down. And the Flyers are going to go ahead and call a timeout here. .48 seconds left here in overtime. The Flyers are in field goal range. The question is, are they just going to shoot for the field goal and the win? Suggestions here are telling me to do something I don't really want to do. Chris Thompson is now in the game at tailback. Smith hands it off to Thompson. He runs it right up the middle there. Has a nice gain. But that is going to bring up 4th and 2, and the Flyers are going to attempt the field goal for the win. Oh, and it looks like the Chiefs are going to attempt to ice Hopkins. And here we go, folks. 21-yard field goal for the win. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Flyers win in overtime, 23-20. What a great win for the Flyers. That takes their record to 2-1. No one saw this coming. Nobody. An expansion franchise, first season, coming in, winning 2 of their first 3 games of the season. Looking at the stats there, the Flyers did not pass the ball well at all, but had 220 rushing yards. Looking even closer at the stats here, Mahomes threw for a ton of yards, 362 yards, 57% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Geno Smith there I mean, ultimately, you know, he kind of played the game a little bit and didn't really hurt us except for that one interception, I guess. You know, 61% completion percentage, but only for 115 yards, but he did have one interception. Looking at the rushing stats here, McKinnon had a monster game with 16 carries for 160 yards and one touchdown. You know, he's kind of seems like he's struggled through the first couple of games. Part of that may be he hasn't got the ball much, but he definitely had a breakout game today. West comes in with 10 attempts for 20 yards. And Hunt here was the leading rusher for the Chiefs at 25 attempts for 69 yards. If we look at the receiving stats here, West caught the ball a lot, but not for very many yards. Gordon was the Chiefs' go-to guy there in the fourth quarter and in overtime, and he had 5 receptions for 122 yards. Ultimately, the rest, you know, there wasn't very many yards for the Flyers passing, so receiving-wise, not too exciting. Looking at the defense here, Aaron Williams was the leading tackler. I've been curious about sacks because the last couple of games it's been a lot of sacks. Looks like the Flyers only had 3 sacks. Part of me thinks that's somewhat good based on how things are, but then if you look at the other side here, the Chiefs had what, 3, 4, 5, 6 sacks. That's a lot of sacks. They've had the Flyers have been giving up 6 sacks this week, 7 sacks last week, and I know there was a ton that first week too. We need to shore up our offensive line for sure. We're going to go ahead and finish out this game here. What a great win for the Flyers. Start out the season 2-1. It makes me slightly concerned, in all honesty, that maybe the sliders aren't appropriate for, you know, I like to try to keep things as realistic as possible in a sense. I mean, obviously this is a video game, you know, but when I have, you know, a 74 overall team or 75 overall team, I don't necessarily know that I should be going 2-1 with a bunch of scrubs, but at the same time, you know, both of the wins came on last-second field goals, and or obviously in this game, a field goal in overtime. So, you know, it's hard to say for sure whether or not I should be concerned. I think ultimately we'll just keep it going with the current sliders, and hopefully things even out a little bit and or become, you know, pseudo a little bit more realistic. Again, this is a video game, I understand that, but I want it to be fun, which obviously winning is fun. Close games are fun, so that makes it exciting for everybody. That's ultimately going to do it for me tonight. It's time for me to get to bed. I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe. Keep this thing going. I'm enjoying it. Any suggestions you might have, again, I accept suggestions. Please, you know, hit me up in the comments section. Let me know what I can do better. Whether or not that's more talking, less talking, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, this is a live stream, so hopefully it's a little bit more fun, a little bit more enjoyable to listen to, with a little bit more shtick, if you will. But ultimately, that's going to do it for me tonight. I appreciate your support. Please subscribe, and we'll catch you in week 4.